The Meet Your Maker open beta has started. I've been playing it. I've done co-op, single player, and I have many thoughts on this game. But before I talk about that, I want to let you guys know that TastyCast has been delayed till this weekend because I've been on vacation and I have not been able to get the videos I want to get out. But I will be putting out small videos before this weekend, so make sure to stay tuned to TLG this week, as I have a couple things I'm going to be making videos on. But in case you're curious about where TastyCast is at, I haven't been here, so that'll come out this weekend. Look forward to that. Also, I'm humoring the idea of doing a game release segment that we do on TastyCast. I think I'm going to start doing that as an individual episode every month, so I can get that out earlier. Sometimes TastyCast will land later in the week, or like by the 9th of the month, we'll be talking about that. And I'd like to get it out like within the first 3 days of the month. So I think I'm going to experiment with that, doing like a quick 15-minute video talking about game releases, and then, talking about my hype on it, maybe put some visuals in it so it's a little more entertaining to watch. So look forward to that as well. All right, let's talk about Meet Your Maker. Meet Your Maker is Behavior's newest game since Dead by Daylight, and essentially you play as a character who goes on raids. These raids are made by other people who are playing the game, and so they are trying to defeat you while you're trying to go through their raid, destroy their traps, destroy their enemies, survive, and get their genetic material, and escape with it. If you do this, you keep your resources, you keep your XP, and use all of that to buy buffs, buy new traps, buy new enemies, buy new guns, so that you can have your own raid, have it set up with your own defenses so that other people raiding it will get destroyed and you get resources from them. Basically, all the maps are player made, and I think it's a lot of fun to invade all these different maps made by different people, because you run into some that feel kind of simple. You get through it, you don't die, whatever, but then there's other ones where you get killed and you're like, you motherfucker. I mean, you really feel like you get deceived sometimes with how creative people get with their traps. Now, the graphics and gameplay don't look like much, but if I was to equate the gameplay of this game to another game, I would say it's somewhere between Quake and Hotline Miami, which I think is a really weird mixture of games, but I think it works. I mean, you got your basic FPS controls, you got your jump, you got a grappling hook, which is kind of cool. You shoot, and you're just trying not to get shot. Now, if you get hit once, you're dead, and you have to restart the whole thing, which I kind of like. But then your starting gun only has 2 bullets, but you can recover those bullets. So you have to kind of pick your shots wisely and recover from when you shoot. Now you can shoot traps and you can shoot the enemies, but the enemies are shooting back at you. And while this is happening, you're trying to make sure that you're not running into a trap or getting shot at by another enemy. And so even when you're watching the gameplay of this, it kind of looks like a basic shooter, but there's an element of strategy in every single encounter you have. You're tiptoeing through these maps and you're looking for the traps and you're taking them out, and one wrong move and it's all over, you gotta start from the beginning again. But then when you run into enemies, it turns into an arena shooter, which I think is a really interesting mix, in which when you complete the whole map, it's a lot of fun, but when you die, it's also kind of fun because somebody else made that map. Now, as I said before, this game has co-op. You and a friend can play. They hop into your hub. You are able to upgrade all of your stuff. Even if you join somebody else's game, you're still able to do that there, and you are seamlessly able to go into the same maps that your friend is playing, try to complete them, or you can also go into the map editor together and work on a map. Now, the experience of playing this with a friend is a lot of fun when it works, because unlike when you play by yourself and you die and you have to restart the whole thing, if your friend goes down, you're able to revive them. And so it's a lot of fun trying to survive these maps with your friend. Ooh, I watched you get fucking annihilated. Now, of course, because this is a beta, I ran into issues while playing with a friend. I had a lot of jittery issues, I had a lot of laggy issues, and we had crashes a couple times, which is always a lot of fun. Yeah, I'm getting that stuttering. That's fucking really annoying. But once they get this smoothed out, I think it's going to be a blast. Now, arguably, one of the more interesting aspects to this game, I think, is the map editing. Now, as you obtain resources, you're able to buy a random map and start building your defenses. Every map has a gen mat and a beginning point and a little crawling guy who will go from point A to point B. You build around him, and he will slowly start changing his path as you make your map. If you block his path, the game will let you know, and you will not be able to publish your map unless he can make it to the gen mat and back to the beginning, which I appreciate so no one can make broken maps and put them out there and waste my time. There's also a minimum amount of traps and enemies you have to put on the map for the exact same reason. And as somebody who has prior experience with map editing, I really appreciate how simple the tools are. As I know the average person is probably not going to want to get into a full-on map editor, this allows you to get a lot out of something so simple. Put your blocks down like Minecraft, put your traps down, put your defenders down. And one thing I think is really clever is you can walk up to any of your defenders, hold F on them, and you play them like a first-person shooter, and it will actually record your movements even if you stop and look around, and your NPC will move like that on the map for when people invade your raid. I really like the way they've done this map editor. I think it'll be inviting to a more casual audience and people like me who want to get more out of it. And it's a lot of fun logging in and seeing how many people have attempted my map and how many people have failed. The game actually keeps replays of their play session, so you can watch them go through and see where they failed, and you can go into the map and go collect your resources they dropped when they died, see where they died, and plan accordingly. Maybe you have a spot that's not as effective as the other spots. You can recalibrate it and try again. And honestly, I think it's a lot of fun. So overall, I think Meet Your Maker is a great foundation for a game that could potentially be something in the future. As of right now, it's a little minimal on the content, but there's definitely more that could be added to it. But the idea is really good. A lot of people have attempted this whole play other people's player-made maps type game, and a lot of them don't have legs. But I feel like Behavior has a lot of experience with Dead by Daylight and multiplayer games, and I think they have a lot to bring to the table. I think the idea is overall really good. I think the gameplay's fun. I think there's room to improve in terms of like the gameplay and adding more guns to the game, more enemy variety. But as of right now, I think it works. But I would like to see more map types, more block types. This is all stuff that will come with time, but as of right now, I think it's pretty good. Just fix the lag issues and the glitchy issues, which it's in beta, so they're gonna, and I think you're gonna have a game that's worth playing for sure. I love that this game has co-op. I love that you can do everything in it with your friend, and overall, I think it's a good game that I can't wait to play when it fully releases. Now, before I leave you with some uninterrupted gameplay, let me know in the comments, have you played Meet Your Maker? If you've played it, what do you think of it? And if you haven't played it, what do you think of it? Are you going to pick it up? Are you going to try it out? Is it something you're not really interested in? Let me know what you think about Meet Your Maker in the comments below. And until the next episode, have a good one, guys, and take it easy.
Extinction envelops this planet. Can you feel its grip upon us? It has taken so much already. The age of humanity is nearing its end. The disease tore through them, destroying the genetics of the infected. Civilizations built upon their shoulders died with them. But hope remains in the dead. The chance for a cure in those with uncorrupted genetics. The key to humanity's salvation. You must kill for it. Die for it. Bring it to me, custodian. And I will save this world. This sanctuary is our fortress in a land of death. Activate it. Genetic material out there in the bones of the dead. We need it, but other sanctuaries will kill us for it. Your advisors are at your command, clones with special immunities. Prota, Metamorph, Krona, Prosamogi, Elpida. Through them, I will take the next step in evolution, and a cure will be born. genetic material lies deep in the wasteland. Seize it